Hi everyone, this is Pallavi and you are watching Indian Masterminds. Today we have with us Inspector General of Police, Mr. P Vijyan. He gave a totally new meaning to policing and proved that it is not only about maintaining law and order. A police officer is only successful if he takes efforts in removing the crime from its roots. With programs like Student Police Cadets, Punayam Poonkavanam, Mission Better Tomorrow, he changed so many lives. Even the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, couldn't resist and have applauded him multiple times. In this conversation with him, we'll find out about his success and failures and how he has managed to achieve so much in such short span. Very welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to your program. That's really good. Yeah.
So, this might have been asked to you multiple times, but I still would like you to, answer this. You saw failure during your school studies and then managed to clear toughest exam of the country. Many students can't see beyond failures. Most of them lose confidence if they are defeated and start questioning their capability. So, how did you made your failure turn into a successful one? Like share us about that experience.
Yeah. It's a good question. It's even though it is repeatedly asked by many people. I tell you, first of all, when I answer to this question, you have to understand a bit of my background. I'm
Yes.
coming from a hails from a rural area. It has its own lot of beauty also. Beauty that people are very innocent, very loving each other, not for something to get out of it, but it's very basic human nature of loving each other, helping each other, sharing thoughts and feelings and all. But education was not a priority in that. The education in the sense that's the formal education. I can't say that my people are not educated, right? But they are not the formal system of education. They are not very curious or they are not very serious about it. In that area, in my area, that is basically most people works for the construction sites and all. Then construction companies and then doing agriculture like that. So never ever been their ambition was that is to become an IPS officer or IAS officer or a colonel and something like that. Some people want just continue their job like a worker or a site supervisor. Like. Some people wanted to become a big builder and all. So even though some very few people became. But my priority also was not actually to continue the education. My priority was to be smart enough to be a big builder.
Okay.
That is bit, that's because my exposure was to that. And, I generally see that, dream of a person, we say that you must dream big, dream high and all. But dream itself is been set by our experiences and exposure. So I was exposed to this type of, that is the people going for construction work or sometimes doing petty small time builders type. So I was dreaming that I must become a big builder that time. So, but that was the case. So I didn't pay much attention to the education. But later words, when I found that this education matters, then I started studying again. But many people say that in my own village itself, people say that the Mumbai has actually failed in exam. So there is no point that continuing education in this point. After some time, we can correct it. But it can't happen all the time. One second thing, if you very honestly approaches failures only teach you lessons, not the victories. Victory is often you will be going with buoyant and some sort of an hype will create you. But failures will enable you to do an honest introspection. And I was actually very honestly introspected myself. Immediately after the failures, I was not that one. Then after 1 or 2 years, I realized the importance of education. Then after, I never looked back.
Okay, so I wanted to, describe your journey, like policing journey so far. We'll talk about your initiatives later, but like, how do you see when you look back, how do you see your journey?
No, I love this profession. I love every bit of this profession. The reason I tell you, I philosophically looking at the life, there are three type of people I generally say that. Some people live, take a career or a life, live a life by force. Most people in India, it's actually some, you look at the people in the paddy field or construction sites or the street builders and all. They are not, it's not their choice. They are by force, they are read that, so they are acting that. Second set of people, some people will reach their place. By chance, they will reach. Later, they will live with that. Third set of very few people are there. They live a life of their choice. I am a person living a choice of a life of my choice. So thereby, every bit of my life, police life, I enjoy. I used to get transfers like anything, very frequently. But every posting I consider it's very difficult posting. Next one is that some people say that in all India service there is always, in IPS people say, some people say think that this IAS is doing that. Or IAS people may say that it is IPS are that one. But in my house, my wife is an IAS officer also. So I always think that my job is much better than mine. She also has every right to say that her job is much better than mine. But I enjoy every bit. Thereby, I consider this is an opportunity. This job is an opportunity to explore myself, to explore all the possibilities of my profession. So all my initiatives or all my policing groups was actually celebrating this opportunity. Yes. Just celebrating this opportunity. So I'd say that I'm so lucky that got to get into this service. Thanks to God or thanks to my parents, and ultimately big thanks to the Constitution of India. If there was not such a beautiful Constitution of ensuring equality for all, I would not have been to this. So I say that my big salute to the Constitution of India. It paved the way for my entry into the Indian police service.
Yes, sir. When I was reading about you and I got to know about you, it looks like that because if a person who enjoys things can only think about, think beyond what his duty demands. And like now, I'd like to talk about this student police cadet thing. It has become a huge success, not only in Kerala, but this project is running across the country. And if I'm not wrong, 2 lakhs SPCs are now helping the police. So what led to its start?
One thing, student police cadet program, it is now being implemented in more than 12,000 schools in India. Okay. So, and this is not an individual initiative. It's not an individual program. This was, I might have been the triggering factor. Okay, that the initial triggering factor might have been done by me. But later, it was tested in the idea of need for such a platform came to my mind in 2006. Then later in 2008, this was actually test implemented in 3 districts in Kerala, in 3 schools in Kerala. In 2010, government of Kerala took over this program and announced the scaling up this program to 127. In 2013, when our Honorable Prime Minister was Chief Minister of Vijayan, he sent a team and to study and send a report, to submit a report. And then a DIG of Gujarat, Ashmu Patel sir, came here and did a detailed study and submitted a report and implemented the program in Gujarat. Then later this was replicated in Haryana, Rajasthan, Karnataka, and many other states. In 2018, this program was nationally rolled out by government of India. Okay, so why I'm elaborating this much? Now there is some demands from several nations and several countries, and international agencies like UNICEF and are very heavily supporting this program. But this all happened because of the government support is there. The support of the bureau, my seniors and juniors are there. Then education department, civil, and then civil society also supported, like political representatives. Now the idea, my personal, when we speak, what is your connect with the SPC? I have some answers to say. One is that I am coming from financially, so-called, they may say that I'm coming from an humble background. But the only thing which helped me to reach to this, to get into Indian police service, that we can say that the magic of power of dream. Magic of power of dream. I was actually in my village, at least in, we can say that the 220 square kilometer area, no one had that time applied for civil service examination. Sometimes I not have thought about the civil service examination. But one day, when I was doing my degree, I was happened to read some newspaper report or something to get into the civil service examination. I thought that I will become an IPS. It was just the beginning. Then I nurture this dream. Wherever I go, whichever library I meet, I used to read book on this in this direction. Whatever newspaper I read in this way, I used to think. Then the magazines I select and read also was like that. My journey, my connectivity with people or somehow other, not all the time, but somehow it was connected with me. And one fine day, then all the days I was thinking, man, I want to be an IPS. So some people ask me that why not IAS? IAS is more powerful than IPS. I said that I want to be an IPS. But someone in between, there was some twist. I was thinking that IAS is also good. But what happened, there was, when we looked at the beginning, there was no possibilities of myself getting this. Okay. But continuously, I was just thinking about becoming an IPS officer. All my actions was consistency in thinking that one. Then there was all my action, I was pouring towards this single purpose. And I started my journey from one district called Calicut, that is my native place. And then I came to Trivandrum and I got UGC fellowship and thereof. Then I traveled to Delhi, I was in JNE for some time. Then I went to almost all cities in India for one purpose or other. But I had an absolutely good self-control. Okay, that is, even though not much people to control me, but I developed some sort of self-control. So, what I want to say that, so one day I became IPS officer. And then to compensate my second dream, suppose how it should have been looked like IAS. So, I have one person inside my home now, I am IAS officer. That's my wife. So I was now completely realized that the power of dream, So now I was thinking that, this much is the power of dream. I could have dreamt something big, something more. Or then I thought that is I reset my dream. So reset my dream is that is, why can't I say I can share the power of dream to thousands and hundreds and thousands of children. That is one side. Second thing, I was a student of economics. I spent several years in economics by doing research and all. I was thinking that if you have to really empower a person, economically empower a person, even socially also, economic liberation is very important. Economic liberation has to be taken. We have the okay, good that is we should give several subsidies, all these 3 weeks and all. But the person also has to be developed. The person has to have a feeling that I do come out of all issues of problems. So that purpose we have to build up that much confidence in the person. This confidence can be built up in an early age. Next one is that when I was SP and ASPs in various districts and commissioner of police. I found that is one, if you have to have a good police, the majority of people should be law abiding. Law abiding. They should respect the law because law is meant for our own safety protection and the protection of our own freedom, our own independent, freedom also. So instead of violating it, we should respect and abide by it because law gives us all the freedom, not restricting it. So, but one thing when I got several opportunity to go to foreign countries, especially advanced nations, one thing I noticed besides the big infrastructure and all, one good thing is that the habit of the people, the behavior of the people, and attitude of the people. In advanced nations, most of the people generally abide by law voluntarily. They have an inherent respect for them. No. But unfortunately, in my place, my country, majority of people doesn't have any respect for them. True. And they violate it voluntarily. So, if you have to have a good society in India, we got for India, or in a good development also, we should first of all respect the law of the land. Because law of the land is ultimate law of the land is the constitution. So I told you that I got an opportunity to get into the Indian police services because there is a constitution. This is a beautiful constitution. We all are enjoying this freedom just because we have a constitution and a law. We don't, in a democracy, this law is enacted by the people, for the people, of the people. We must respect it and we must abide by it. So I thought that instead of talking too much to the elders, better to talk to children. If we have a children, that 40 crore children below the age of 14, if they will come up as a responsible and capable citizens of this nation, I think that the future of the world lies within. We have to be disciplined. We have to be aspirational. We have to be disciplined in law abiding, and we love the nature of the society, love the nature, and empathize with the vulnerable section of society, and let's develop a resistance towards social evils, and practice civic sense and explore the inner potential. No doubt that India will be becoming a superpower, not by developing more nuclear power, just because of the inherent strength of the Indians. I dream that is one day India will be a superpower through our youngsters once they come up and with this type of qualities and skills. This program is to develop such a Indians. And police also definitely will get benefit out of it because good people will come to police and good citizens will be there to serve also. So both police also will be good and society also.
So now I would like to, I got to know that I think you were the main person who designed the training process for these students, police cadets. So I wanted to know the process and how does they help, so that our audience could get a clear idea that how does these SPCs help police.
There is an evolution as far as the SPC training program is concerned. At the time this was conceived the started when I was thinking about this program in 2006. There was not much a standard training program. We didn't copy anyone. We evolved over the period. Actually, teachers, contributors, police officers, contributors, eminent persons in society, contributor, and the cadets also contribute. Now there is a well-designed training framework for us. It focuses on 7 dimensions essential for a complete personality. That is a physical dimension that focuses on the mental and physical. Emotional dimension, which is enabled a person to understand his emotions, manage his emotions, and emotions of others, understanding the emotions of others. A thinking dimension, that is, it focuses on identifying problems and understanding the key factors of the problem, the root cause of the problem, and enable him to critically analyze the problem and finding out creative solutions. Next one is that societal dimension. Whatever we enjoy right now, including the freedom and the sacrifices of our forefathers. So we have the responsibility to preserve it, and we have the responsibility to contribute to strengthen it. That means societal dimension. And then there is an ethical dimension. That is, it should be, we have to be a good human being. Certain eternal values has to be followed. So that is, it gives an ethical dimension. Then there is an environmental dimension. Environmental means it's basically focusing on the air, water, and earth. We live because we have a beautiful earth. And now there is a huge damage is going to happen. Already happened, and it's getting further worse. And thereby, there is a lot of huge climatic changes also taking place. So these children are supposed to understand the importance of conserving the nature and love the nature also. This one is that this entrepreneurial dimension, that is, you should develop certain skills, support your own existence, your own survival also, and contribute to the society. But each dimension, we have developed a training activity. Sorry, particular type of activities, very big curriculum we have developed by performing or attending this type of training program. There is 3 outcomes we expect. One is individual outcome to the cadet, societal outcome, that is to his own family, to the neighborhood and school community. And then there is a universal outcome. Universal outcome means now we are living in a globalized in an environment. In such situation, every person should be a global Indian citizen rather than just an Indian citizen. So how will contribute to the global the global society? So this is in that way with a big dream we are developing. And there is outdoor program, physical activities. Then there is indoor programs, classroom type of workshops and all. Then there is field visits to the places of importance, science and national importance. Then there is 10 community projects. Gives hands-on training to the cadets because there's a road safety. We have a Shubh Yatra program. It's to educate about the road sense and road safety program. Creating sense about the road safety and road traffic management. Then there is Maitri program in association with the Forest Department to educate on the forest environmental issues. Then we have programs called Total Health Program about the healthy lifestyles. The legal literacy in association with the High Court of Kerala, there is a program to educate about the legal. Such 10 programs are there. Then there is residential and non-residential camps and interactions with eminent personalities. Total 700 hours of training program they are supposed to have. By that time, there is a 10 declarations we have identified. They are developed. They say that 10 declarations speaks about who SPC, who is an SPC. So this training program, it is to strengthen the personal attributes of a person. So this, if such persons become police officer in future, definitely it will be a big asset for the police department and for the nation. Such people such person go to any other department or any private or public, he'll be a big asset for that one. And he'll be an asset for the national. And ultimately, by all performing all this, we are aspiring to develop as the change leaders for the 21st century. Take into account that is the technological changes taking place in the world, the climatic changes taking place in the world, and especially the post-COVID scenario. Such things are also being taken into consideration. And these people, these children or this cadre will become change makers in society. They'll be leading the changes in society.
Yes. And how does they collaborate? How do they collaborate with police?
Actually, interestingly, this initiative has been initiated by the police department. Now police, but it's a partnership program. Education department, then local self-government, forest department, excise, transport, SCST, various other departments are partners of this. Police as a conduct one is that it's a day-to-day affairs management leadership is given by the police. But that then there is two policemen used to go to the police station to school to give physical training. But the core the key person of SPC is two teachers of the police. These two teachers besides their routine work, two teachers are working with the SPC in each school. They are named as community police officers. They have been given that honorary sub-inspector rank and uniform also. So the teachers will be in uniform, sub-inspectors uniform, and their rank also will be given. So police infrastructure is being used. For example, parade grounds will be used in big parade setup. Police academies are used for the camps and police academies and police infrastructure. So police is actually coordinating various department in the total development, the development of the personal development of the students.
Okay. Okay, sir. Do these? I read somewhere that they help the police also, the SPCs, when they are ready. So I wanted to know, like, what are the works in which they help, like they contribute after they complete their training process.
One thing, there is during the school days, one important thing we are making is that the campus is free from substance abuse, also the substance abuse, particularly tobacco products, then narcotic products, and they are actually if there is some sort of substances, they share this information with the drill instructor comes over. Second thing, there is, and if any one of their peers, the friends or someone get involved into the, get into the trap of the drug mafias or started the consumption and all. This also be shared, the information also shared with the teachers. So it's easy to bring them back to the normal. And then there is the internal discipline of the school. Wherever the SPC is there, the internal discipline is considered the best. In 1,000 schools in Kerala, there is SPC. There is every school demands for SPC. Student Police Cadet program. One reason is that better internal discipline in SPC. So then once they grow up, in the community, that is in disaster management, traffic management, community policing, and all, they are actually getting participated. Some people join police also. Cadets are police. They have different attitude altogether because they spend nearly 2 years with the police. Such people come to the police. They just like me, got into the police. They consider it as their passion. So their contribution is much better than the other people.
Yes. And like you mentioned that this is not like a one-man program. You needed to, connect with various departments like health, education, forest, and all. So was there any challenge to get all of them on board, or it was like a smooth ride?
No, any initiative, any new one comes up, there will be a lot of worries. It's quite natural. They will say that there is NCC, there is NCC, NSS, Scouts and Guides, and so many other things. Why should we have a school? This is the initial. Then some people say that what police has to do in education department in schools. Some people say that why students, teachers should get involved into the police world. Policemen may think sometimes initially thought that why should we go to the police? We have police schools. We have many other works. These are quite natural. And if you moot an idea, you are really got convinced, then it is your responsibility to clear their doubts. because they are not against the program. I thought that they are not against the program. They are little bit clarity required. So, and then the once results speak much better than whatever you present or talk about. But the changes taking place in the cadets, in the behavior of the cadets, the support given by the parents and then the visibility of this impact. It's actually made easier for our team to others get convinced of this program.
Okay, and sir, like you must have started with like very small few numbers of students. Now it has reached for the lakhs of SPCs are there now. So how does it feel? Like many states are replicating it. It has become a national program. So how does it feel? This a small idea which has become huge, and it is making difference.
One way I'm very happy, another way I'm not so happy in the sense that I love children, and I love India. Really, it's not out of just for an interview purpose. So I think that there is 40 crore children in India, 40 crore children in India. So it has reached only to 1.5 million, 15 lakhs. So much also as left out. I think that if all the Indian children come up with the determination and the objectives we have set for the 7-dimensional personality, I can, my idea was that by 2030, all the schools must have this program. Everyone must get involved in this very seriously. Then 2030 onwards, the world will be of India. So that was my big dream. So in that perspective, the moment is not it's not so fast. But last, on 76th Independence Day, after the parade and the official formalities are over, I was sitting in my office and watching the TV. So, we have 14 districts in Kerala, 14 districts. I was watching the Independence Day parade, the television was there, all the districts they were showing. So I was feeling so proud in the sense that in every district, there was at least 4 to 6 platoons of student police cadets were marching and saluting the Vijayan in every district. So I was finding that so happy that, these young children, they are taken India into their heart. Such a bold step, very smart, and very proudly presenting their salute to the national flag and to the VIP salute. I thought that is, I felt something, inexplicable experience that.
Yes. So it is still like 8 more years. I think you'll achieve your target. It's 8 till 2030. I just hope so. Okay. Now, like other than student police cadet, I think you also you are helping several students in education and other things through, I guess, NANMA. So I wanted to tell us about it.
There are a few other initiatives. Basically, NANMA is one. Actually, NANMA is, it was not, it is now it has been registered by listed as an NGO. Now there is a global platform. Some professionals have developed based on this one, Mission Better Tomorrow. Initial idea was that, when I was Commissioner of Police, many people used to come for some help because medical help, educational help, even food also. So I was thinking that being a police officer, I am not that much. It was not that resourceful because police doesn't have the budget for this purpose. So I used to refer these cases to some of my friends. Okay, and some cases I will talk to the hospitals for the concession in the hospital. Some people I used to arrange some scholarship for the less resourceful, the children from less resourceful family. So once connecting with my friends, I was, for a short time, I was lecturer in Kochi. So I had some friends there. So these friends all got together. They thought that is will form and group. Okay, that initial 2-3 there was no registration. Then it's got registered. Now that is, we have a program called SWEEP. Program was designed by me. SWEEP means Capability Exploration and Enhancement Program. Everyone, Pallavi is also, everyone is having enormous amount of potential. Enormous amount of potential. But very few people explore it properly. A very human body mind is full of energy. It's a huge amount of energy. We are so blessed with the entire cosmic energy at replica of cosmic energy. What the cosmic is, that's what replica we can see in our body. That much power. But very people are exploring. So SWEEP means enabling a person and a person to understand the magic, the power of inner potential, the concept of inner potential. That's some sort of self-awareness. Then make him or her understand that she or her is also he or she is also having this inner potential. So once that is exploration, that's making him to understand and explore. Then many people are not exploring their inner potentials because of several limitations or some sort of boundaries set by the society, culture, and all. So make that person to understand these are the boundaries which prevents limitations which prevent you from exploring your full inner potential. Then enable that person to come out of that. Sometimes it will be an historical burden. That is earlier days. Even now, I think that some people used to say that sky is the limit for me. But last week, one girl contacted me, one lady, and she is now 23 or 24. And she attended one of our programs. Her name is Adira Pridaran. Okay. She is now the next woman scheduled to go fly to space. Okay. So, and she also coming from a relatively humble background, studied in Kerala, one of higher secondary school. Then she wanted to be fighter pilot. So she knows that without joining this Indian Navy or Indian Air Force, she can't be a fighter pilot. So she found out that in Canada, one high-end institute is that it imparts training in fighter pilot. Okay. She somehow got fellowship and also she reached there. Got trained, she became a fighter pilot. Then she aspired for reaching to the space. Now, International Aeronautical Authority has selected her to the next flight she'll be taken. Earlier, we have the history of Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams. Now, Adira Pridaran also will become one of them. Yes. So then I was thinking that what is the point telling that the sky is a limit? So human possibilities are enormous. I say that we should always keep in mind force. Force means the positivity and possibility. If you are positive enough, possibilities will open up in front of you. SWEEP is that one, this program to enable every child to explore their inner potential and enhance the capability. Now, over 10,000 children, more than 11,000 children got training in this one. Many people are in the earlier batches, many of them are in major IT companies and all. So there is another program. It is not part of this NANMA. That is our responsibility to identify, to early identification, scientifically correction and reintegration of children with the deviant behavior. Okay. So that especially substance abuse, violent behavior above. This is now units are taken over by the government of Kerala, that is Human and Child Department and the state program. And UNICEF is taken this program across the globe. Okay. And then there is one more one program is HOPE for the failed and dropout children. These children are more vulnerable to be enticed by the antisocial elements. So to prevent that one and to give a better life to the children, that's why the HOPE program. Yes.